fans introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait, that 380! You better be afraid of me! You Tato! 57's the mic. Watch me. Hey, Alpha! Let's go. We got this. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Sugar!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Lefty. I got him.
This is the rookie from the 10-yard line. 1-yard pickup there on.
Done. 180. I'm going to run you. Run you over. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, Hunt, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Sunday.
51, Mike 51. Wild Bill. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Kill.
36. Watch the twist. Alert 3.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They run right side with Hunt. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Patriots nothing.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll run it with Hill. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon. But does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner. and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's Brady to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Mike's 57's right.
Danny.
Hey, wahoo.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Brady now on 1st down. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
57. Mike 57. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Motion. Hey, orbit. 72.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got Sanu. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Wait, that's 5-20.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Slam.
Check it, reload.
Check 99. Kill.
Hey, hey.
On 2nd down now, it's White. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Alabama. Hey, Mike 7.
Watch 36 to Mike. 3 buzz. Mike 36. Mike 36. And we're pretty close.
Hey, Delta.
Watch 36 to Mike. It's our time.
Ozzy.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Check 31.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, empty.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I got him. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, 57.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Wentz on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
36.
We want this.
Go Bandit.
36 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Harry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, goal 66. Hey, Foxtrot. Wait, hit.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Catch is made by Harry. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Joker. I got him, man. He's mine.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go.
Here we go again. Watch 33. Hey.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Lou.
Watch twist.
What's your son?
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, Haywood!
54.
Listen!
54, Mike.
Listen!
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Sponge! No! Out!
Flash!
Check it out, Rick!
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the flag! Motion! Pop! Showing it! He's checking!
They run again with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Let's
74.
get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Here.
51 to Mike.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Hunt. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, empty. Here we go.
Now watch one.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Check. 59. Tackles.
On first down, Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Wait, that's 380.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
53's in now.
Line 36. Line 36.
Hey, Echo.
Check tight. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's going. Bunch formation. Come on, boys, come on. Switch.
Hey, both 66.
On second down, they'll run with White. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
But it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Both 50.
36 to Mike.
Five.
36. Line 36. Coming. Watch the motion.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Line 36. Come on. Watch 36 to Mike. All day.
Hey, Alpha.
Every day. Any day. Line 36.
Regular.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ozzie! Ozzie!
36. Line 36. Oh, here we go. Oh. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Y'all not ready. Regular, regular.
Bravo!
And that'll set them back 5. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Strip that ball.
What's it done?
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
No.
Check safety.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, Steve 6.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Watch 36.
50.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he fires to Edelman, complete on the comebacker. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. And Brady's throw there incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check, check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Go, Bandit.
Throwing again. Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there. A first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Brady now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Sunday.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 43. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Throwing his Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
51 to Mike.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite here in the 4th, they're still taking.
Tend to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
Let's 5-2.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Watch twist.
Here.
Switch.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Third down and 12.
Hey,
Go. 280!
54. Mike, 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Let's go. Great.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. On the ball.
Watch out!
But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, 82 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.